Hi, my name is Dale Turner, and I teach a variety of acoustic and electric rhythm guitar styles here at Hollywood's Musicians Institute. And that example you just heard me plucking through is something in the style of Chet Atkins, who's a legendary guitar player, influential to pretty much everybody across the map, but most notably people like Tommy Emmanuel, whom you've obviously heard of, Eric Johnson, Doyle Dykes. The list is pretty much endless. What we're going to look at today are some of the techniques that he's known for, as well as some of the approaches he uses to arrange solo pieces, kind of like what you just heard me plucking through, which is just a blues progression, kind of grounded in a style called Travis picking, where you hear just kind of a bass line like that. Typical Travis picking would just have kind of chord tone, just things happening on top of the chord like this. Nothing particularly fancy, more used for accompanying a voice. In Chet Atkins' case, he's using that technique and expanding upon it, adding a melodic component in the upper register, so you can end up having solo arrangements using that approach. Anyway, we'll get into that type of stuff a little bit later. What I want to look at first, like I mentioned, are just a couple of the techniques that you can kind of use in whatever style you're interested in. The first of which is a way that he approaches playing scales in some instances. I'm going to first just kind of use my pick here to demonstrate just a little thing here. I'm going to play a scale that would be described as A mixolydian right here. Okay. A way Chet Atkins would pick through that would actually be fretting all those same notes that I just played, but allowing certain open strings to ring while fretting in other spots, letting all the notes overlap, sort of like a harp or hitting the sustain pedal on a piano. I'll just play through it just so you can kind of hear it, and then we'll break it down. Something like this. Totally different from... Okay, so what I'm going to do right now is break that down for you. I should mention that Chet Atkins, most of the time, is using a thumb pick, so something like this. The examples that I've kind of put together for this column, I've actually written out for, in this case, this one just for a pick, but I've also included finger style only instructions, and actually you'd want to use these three fingers. If you do have a thumb pick, though, of course, it'd be the same as if you use traditional finger style. You're just going to substitute the thumb with your thumb pick. Anyway, let's get a closer look here what's going on with this first figure. All right, hit the open A string with an upstroke. And then the next three notes you're going to want to have overlap by fretting like this. 6th string, B, 4th fret of the A string, C sharp, and then the open D string. So you have this kind of sound. So you got picking those down, down, up, down, down, up. Then you're going to do the exact same thing on the next higher string set, E, F sharp, G. Okay, and then the next note, of course, is A. A thing that you might find a little odd is in many instances you're needing to pick a lower string, but that's actually producing a higher pitch. For example, A, B, and right after your open D string, an E on the lower string, so it might be a little bit of a tongue twister feeling for you. Then the open B string, C sharp on the 6th fret of the G string, D on the 3rd fret of the B string, and then your open E string on top. Let's put it all together in slow motion. 3 and 4. Okay, sounds like this would most likely be used as a kind of cadenza, where the song ends, a chord is being held, and then somebody does kind of a fancy frilly type of guitar fill or something. This would probably be executed in free time, not really in tempo. But I'm going to still go ahead and just do it at kind of a quicker speed in time so you can kind of work it out in that fashion. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4.